God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
Ooh, this is nice.
Alright, so here's a little backstory when I first got this RV. At the time, I was so excited, I didn't think to check for any water damage or nothing like that. So I know y'all can imagine my surprise when I pulled down this bed and it was looking like this underneath. I had to clean it, bleach it, then I put it back onto the top. My dad had this idea to get some wood and slap it over. But unfortunately, he had to leave and go back to where he was staying at. And I went into my own little depression mode. I didn't do nothing after 2 months. So I had to get back motivated. In the process of trying to get back motivated, my auntie pulled through. And this was perfect timing because I was starting to think the idea of just putting the wood over the top wouldn't have been the best for long-term use. So we got to work. After pulling up everything, we was on day 2, and I had to bleach everything that was affected by the water damage. When you bleach it, it gets rid of the rest of the rotten wood, as you can see in this insert I put up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We got that stabilized, and we moved on to the next section, which was taking the measurements. We got all the measurements down, then we went to go find what we needed. We also wrote the measurements on this wood so we wouldn't forget. The next thing that I had to do was fill in the gaps with this big gap filler that I put in the insert right here. After that was done, me and Kim got the wood, which y'all can find at Home Depot. We used the measurements, but right now we had to place it up to the top so we could see if it truly fit. So after everything was checked correctly, he made sure the measurements was good. Then we had to take it all back down and get the cut. Alright, so after the cutting was finished, we pretty much had to drill everything back in. And I'm going to show y'all the drill that we use. All the products that we pretty much use in this video is going to be in the link down below in the description. Alright, so after this part, that pretty much was finished. We just took a look at it and admired it. Then you got the oven, and this is where I went wrong at. I made all that rush right there trying to clean it off. Then I went to spray painting it. And never spray painted a day in my life, y'all. And this is the results of it. Like, for real, look at that. Y'all can't say I ain't tried, though. I tried, and I messed it up, but it's alright. Used the wrong spray and everything. But my auntie came through, and she helped me get the right stuff and get back on the right track. She's done a lot of renovation in her house, so she pretty much know what she's doing. I learned a lot, too, watching her do this. While she was finishing spray painting, I came back to the area where we put the wood at, and I decided to put some rotten wood restorer on the parts that was sticking out to me, as you can clearly see. I cleaned up the area real good, as you can see. Then I started to apply some coats. I applied 4 to each section. After I applied the coats, I noticed this big hole that was sticking out. It was bothering me. I kept trying to push it down to the side, but it wouldn't stay. So I tried to come up with an idea to where I can get this to hold down and eventually stay. Until I figured out a solution, I got this bundle wood filler so I can fill up the areas on the sides, as you can see right over here. Alright, so after I mixed up the bundle wood filler real good, I started to apply it. Now y'all don't judge me either on this. This was my first time doing this. So I kept on having to apply a couple coats. It wouldn't stick for nothing. But I tried and tried until, it came out looking decent to me. I don't know if you can see, but I realized a solution to kind of go over to that area right there and cut off the sides. Then I put the big gap filler that I used in the beginning. I fill it into that hole. Then I got this idea to take that bundle wood filler and fill up the rest of the area that was sticking out. Which really didn't turn out to be that bad of an idea, because then it started to look like this. I had everything filled up, and it was looking real good, as you can clearly see. Then I took this premium wood filler and used it to fill in parts as well, because I ran out of the bundle wood filler. I checked the 2 Home Depots, and they had all ran out, so I had to make do with what I had. Next thing on the list was to sand everything down, and I used the sander right here. It was real smooth, real nice. So I hooked up everything and got the sanding. Those who don't know what sanding is, it pretty much make everything smooth before you paint and do whatever you have to do to your project. Alright, as you can see, I'm showing y'all the wood filler again. I went a little crazy with it because I told you I ran out. And for me, if it looked a certain type of way to me, I want everything to kind of match. So I went up there and I applied more wood filler. Then my auntie came too behind me, and she applied some wood fillers in the cracks. You know, it was looking a mess, but we came together and we got it done. So this is me sanding with another sander that my auntie bought. I like this sander though because it pretty much get into the areas that's very hard to reach and get the job done. See, look at that, real smooth. Like I said before though, my auntie has a lot of painting experience, so she came through and helped me paint this right here. We put the primer on. The primer basically helps to seal the surface and improve the adhesion before you put the real deal paint on. So technically it is like painting, but it's like the paint protection before you put the, other stuff on. So of course she took her time on this and basically got it knocked out though. So after the primer was finished, we got in there and started painting. And I didn't record that process though, but this is the finishing touches on this. It looks really good, as you can clearly see. So after this was finished, it was time to go to the cabinets. And did the same thing. It was precise. It took time and patience. She a perfectionist when it come to painting. So it take a minute, but that's okay. And then I decided to give it a try. I wanted to do it the whole time too, but she was she was already locked in on it, so I kind of let her do that while I did other things. But as you can clearly see, I got to it. I challenged myself. I learned from what she was doing, and it turned out pretty good. So with this one right here, as I was working on the doors over there, she was working on the other side. So this pretty much was the whole process, roll and repeat until we got it done. Once I finished painting the door, we moved back on to the area in the middle and started painting that gray. He used a legendary gray. Once I saw the color and picked it out and everything like that, I instantly fell in love with it. I knew this was going to be the one to kind of bring that RV out. So, we had to get to work and get this knocked out. Next thing you know, that was pretty much finished and everything was looking good. All we had left to do now was put in the backsplash. And of course, that took time too right here because if you put it in wrong, then it's just going to be looking crooked. So we got it lined up though and put it together. After the backsplash was finished, all we had left to do was the counter. When we added this black paint to the counter, it really made it pop. And the fact that we used all the colors inside the RV and incorporated that into the backsplash really made everything come together in the end. And I couldn't have been more excited when it was all said and done. Alright, so this is it right here, y'all. This was the last and final product of everything, all the hard work and dedication that we put in, all the time that was spent. I'm thankful for everybody that pretty much came out and helped me with this project. I could not have done it without them. It was all love and many blessings at the end of the day. I'm going to take what I learned from this project and apply it to anything that I may need to use in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Got my curtains over here to the side. I need some privacy just so I can pull them back. Got my bed up here. Of course, it's nice. I done tried it out, y'all, on small so I could fit up there. Got the storage space over here. Plenty of cabinets so I can fit everything up in there. Whatever it may be. Got my refrigerator. Nice mirror over there. And of course the bathroom. Can't forget about the bathroom. So as you can see, got the sink. Everything work up in here too, all the lights. So I got the toilet over here to the side. And the shower, can't forget that. Alright, so I showed y'all the whole process from the beginning to the end. And I'm thankful for everybody, like I said, that came out and helped me with this project. I really couldn't have done it without them. So I'm glad that I'm finally finished. I'm excited to finally hit the road and start traveling and just experiencing just plenty of new things. As always, if y'all want to follow along the journey with me, feel free to do so. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get to it.